Okay, so DeviantArt bases. The first thing that comes to people's mind about DeviantArt bases is like they originate from DeviantArt. Yes, they do, and there's all types of bases. They got Sonic bases, anime bases, cartoon bases, all types of bases that people use to make art of like original characters and pre-existing characters. But I want to talk about Flipnote also and DeviantArt bases. So this goes way back to when Flipnote Studio had a website back in the day. This goes way back to that era. Like, I think Flipnote was a thing back when I was in middle school, or this had to have been in elementary. I can't remember though. It's been a while, so this was back when I was a kid, or when Flipnote was thriving. They still had a community. Okay, so I don't know exactly what it's called, but this is what many artists did a while back on Flipnote within the Sonic community, and I think they did it in all types of other communities as well. It's not limited to the Sonic community. Okay, so people took DeviantArt bases and they traced over it on Flipnote, and they would make these little things where people can edit the bases and draw their characters on top of it, and then you can tag whoever you want to tag and they'll do it as well. So it's an old thing that us artists used to do, which was fun back in the day, and it's just like a lost community thing. It's lost because Flipnote Studio is no longer a thing anymore. So like, that was convenient. So I remember editing these bases and drawing like random Sonic characters. I was really into Sonic, but I did have some OCs, but I didn't really focus on those OCs. I just used to draw random stuff. Everybody else had like Sonic OCs and stuff. And there was like a lot of people indulging in this in the Sonic community that drew their OCs within these, I don't know what to call them, since it was so long ago. And like I said, it's just not limited to the Sonic community. It was like all types of bases being used, and they were just like taking the DeviantArt bases and copying them constantly, and then random people get a chance to edit their characters and draw over these bases, and then you can post them on Flipnote, and then somebody else downloads it, and then like your art is on there, their art is on there, they post the thing again, and then somebody else download it and they add their stuff. It's like a big art compilation thing, but the art is like lost to time. Not the art, but the community and contribution that they did with this is lost to time. I don't know what to call it, but it's like an old thing that a bunch of artists did within the Flipnote art community. And like, I feel like that was a fun thing that they came up with, a fun creative thing they came up with. It's kind of similar to those things that OC artists do. Like, them and their friends, they take their OCs and they edit bases, right? DeviantArt bases. Okay, so nowadays you see a lot of artists doing collaborations, draw this in your style, and then it's just people drawing each other's OCs on different bases. Okay, so bases has been a thing for a very long time. It's a non-ending trend, and like, just like how they do a lot of collaborations, different artists and stuff, they did it back then, but it was much more like, I don't know, the art community on Flipnote was like the Twitter community, like the art community that is now. They did do a bunch of collaborations and stuff, and when it comes to them doing the little base editing thing on Flipnote, and then other artists join in by downloading the I don't know what to call it though. I know it's like some type of art compilation thing with many different artists, but I don't know the name of it, or you know, what was it called when people did this back then, because I did it plenty of times and I don't know what to call it. But it's a lost art, it's a lost art collaboration thing, and it kind of went away when Flipnote ended, but other artists still collaborate together and still use bases, so in a way it didn't completely fade away, but like the Flipnote version with people collaborating, the art community collaborating, that went away. Like that went away when Flipnote got canceled. But like, if you were a user who used Flipnote and you was an artist and you was in certain communities and you really engaged with like the Sonic community and the art community, and like you know what I'm talking about, because you were bound to like run across this stuff, not run across this stuff, you were bound to like come across this stuff a lot of times on Flipnote as you browse through certain sections on the website. But yeah, that's the lost art of collaboration on Flipnote involving DeviantArt bases. Let me know what you guys think, like and subscribe, and to the former users who used Flipnote back in the day, tell me whether or not you remember when other artists did base collaborations. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.